All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Bros, episode 10.
Wow, we finally made it with the voice crack at the beginning.
Wow,
we finally made it, guys.
Double digits.
Here, of course, with my brother Nick and special guest Trey back at it again with us.
Hello.
Back at it again.
Back at it again.
Back at it again.
Another
So let's
one.
go ahead. Yeah, episode 10. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like we've been doing it longer, but I mean, we're only on 10, so it's,
Yeah, man. I guess it's been, 10 weeks? Or 11 weeks?
Yeah, I think about 11 because we took that we took like a half
We
week
started
off.
on November 10th because that was my birthday.
Oh, yeah. We
Yeah.
did. Didn't we?
So, yeah, over 2 months.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Sweet. But yeah, appreciate everyone that's been watching the show, of course. And I guess we'll go ahead and kind of dive right into, what we've been playing. I've been playing on some decent stuff this week, but Trey, why don't you start it off?
All right, mine's a little boring. I've just been playing Spiderman. That's literally it. I think I just got done playing before I got on here, and I'm at like 82%
Sweet.
for the campaign. I don't know if that includes like the side things because I've been doing pretty much every side mission I possibly can. That way I'm just done with it when I actually complete the game.
Right, yeah. It's probably like a cumulative percentage, like with every.
Yeah, I hope so, because I mean, I definitely don't have that much to do. Well, it kind of pissed me out because I was looking online and I found out there's like secret photos now that you have to take that I didn't even know about. So there's like 50 of them. Because I'm trying to like 100% it and get that platinum trophy.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. Because I was telling Harrison earlier, Nick, that I just bought Resident Evil 2.
Hey.
So
nice.
if I can beat Spider-Man tonight, I'm gonna start that tomorrow. But that's pretty much all I've been doing, and then crashing my drone. That's about it.
yeah. Spider-Man's good, and as soon as I get back to it, I'll finish it. But yeah, that game is pretty awesome. Just the way you swing around, it just nails the fact that you're Spider-Man like so well, and it's got like
the great thing about it, man, is just like the balance between like Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And then you like play as other characters throughout the campaign too.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Which is like it switches like between different characters, which is puts a lot of emphasis on the story. Which, like I said, and then like everyone's telling me like it was a very short game, but it just seems like it's been taking forever. So I think I'm just expecting it to be like a 10-hour game, and then like I said, I've already put like 25 hours into it. So
well, it's probably like if you didn't do any of the side stuff, it's probably like 10 hours. But since you're doing kind of everything,
you're probably 82%. Like fully complete.
Yeah,
I'd say.
It's kind of sad because it's been such like a good game. Like, I can't. Have you played it, Nick? Like, have you completed it?
No. I've just watched my old roommate play it.
Oh, okay. Damn it, man! I can't spoil anything for Harrison or you.
I heard. I can't remember who you play as. I think you play as. I don't know if is this a spoiler? Like saying who else you play as? Trey, do you think that's?
I know you played as Mary Jane at one point.
Yeah. No, like it's not. I mean, no, it's not. I mean, as far as the story I'm in, nothing would be a spoiler that you would say who you play as.
Okay. How are those parts where you're playing as Mary Jane? Are those like what do they consist of? Because she doesn't.
Like hiding. Because I mean, she doesn't have any power, so it's more like she's spying in on things, and so you have to like sneak around people. Yeah, and then same thing with the other character that you play as.
Okay. Is it like as annoying as playing as Ashley in Resident Evil 4? Where like you have nothing.
Yeah, no, it's not. Hiding. It's not as annoying. If you get caught, then it's like mission over.
Yeah.
But it's they make it to where it's like fun. Being Ashley was like stupid. The only time like being Ashley wasn't annoying was when you got the fucking armor and then you just like they couldn't take you away or you couldn't get damaged. Resident Evil 4 remake, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna come.
It's gonna get it.
We'll see. Anything else you just been playing Spider-Man?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to, like I said on the last video that I was on, like I'm trying to have that gaming resolution where I actually just stay fixated on one game before I start another one. Because it's just there's too many games out there that I want to play, and it's better if I just fixate on one. So I'm trying to
fully enjoy it.
Yeah, that's definitely my probably my main goal is just to stick with the game. But so I'm only going to speak about it for a second. Still obviously playing The Witcher. Love that game. I still haven't gotten to Skellig yet. Like I just keep doing all these side quests and stuff.
Does it feel like a myth at this point? Just
what?
Skellig, it's just never actually going to happen.
But I was playing a couple nights ago, and I did like one mission, and then I told myself I wasn't going to do it, but I was like, let me just play a couple rounds of Gwent. And then I played for like 3 hours of just Gwent.
Is that like the card game? Is that in the game, or is it like
separate? It's in the game. Well, it's in the game,
shit.
And then they actually spun a like an actual like version of it that you can play outside of the game, like it's on phones and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's a little bit different on like the phones. I actually played that yesterday while we were getting ready to go out, and I think I played that for about 30 minutes or something. And it is pretty different than the original. Like I think I like the original better. It's just very simplistic. But yeah, I just started doing a bunch of missions of collecting people's cards and stuff.
Was this around Novigrad?
Yeah, it was in Novigrad, and then I did a couple of other people as well. That was kind of throughout Velen. But yeah, Witcher, great game. But I did pick up Dragonball Z Kakarot.
Okay, all right. So how do you liking it?
I am loving it. Like, okay, so I'm like I wouldn't say a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, but I really enjoy all the games, and I mean it's Dragon Ball Z. It's a cool thing. But yeah. So I think a lot of people are with Dragon Ball Z games. It's like you're telling the same story over and over and over again.
Right.
But this one it's like an RPG. It's got like light RPG mechanics to it. The fighting itself is kind of like Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. I don't know if either of y'all have ever played that.
Yeah.
Where it's not
it's like a 3D battle or whatever.
Yeah, it's not like a typical 2D plane fighting game or whatever, like Dragon Ball Fighters. But yeah, it's really cool. It's pretty much exactly kind of like that fighting style with Xenoverse. But then you have the overworld, and there's like different zones. So it's not quite open world. There is, you have to go through a loading screen to get to a different zone, but the zones that you ran are pretty massive. And there's like little towns and stuff where you can buy things. There's like little fires everywhere that you can rest at or whatever and regain your health and stuff like that. There's like cooking in the game, fishing. So it's like, wow, it's really cool Dragon Ball Z game because it kind of takes place in between like the main sagas, like Cell and Frieza. You kind of get to see different aspects that you wouldn't have before, unless you would just watch the show. But I mean, there's so many episodes of Dragon Ball Z that's hard to like watch that whole thing.
A lot of
filler. It's like it finally goes over to like in video game form different things. Like I know coming up, like there's gonna be like a mini game with Goku and Piccolo like getting their driver's license or something. And you're like in a little car like speeding around.
And that was in the game of Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that stuff has never been done in a video game before, that at least that I've known of. But yeah, it's super cool. I mean, it kind of, and you play as other characters too. Like you don't just play Goku. You play as Gohan, Piccolo. They take parts. Like obviously, I guess spoiler for Dragon Ball Z, but when Goku dies, with
what?
What do you mean?
Like you don't play, when he's going to train with King Kai and you have to go like through the snake pass or whatever. You don't play that part. You just kind of play. Like right now I'm playing as Gohan and Piccolo, and you're kind of watching how Piccolo trained Gohan and all that stuff. And then it kind of jumps around the timeline a little bit.
Oh, so you're playing as Gohan while he's going on Snake Pass or whatever.
Yeah, while he's on Snake Pass and training with King Kai, and then it kind of jumps around between Piccolo and Gohan for a little bit. But there's like a bunch of like sub quests and stuff in the open world or whatever. And there's something that's like that kind of takes it away from me a little bit. Is like there's these floating orbs around, and they're like everywhere, and they're like in lines and stuff like that. But that kind of takes away like the world from me a little bit, just because they're everywhere and they're floating around. You can collect them and use them. They're like kind of like the currency of the game.
Okay. It's just. I think I saw like a video that they're like flying through it, like there's like 8 in a row or something.
It kind of makes it like arcadey.
Kind of. I mean, it's got like there's like some in the land, there's some like in the air, and then there's some over water. So they're different you can use them for different things. I actually haven't used them yet, so I'm not 100% sure what they're used for. Maybe I just misread it or something. I don't know. But
is it kind of like to populate the land? Like,
do what?
Are they kind of used to populate dead areas?
I mean, I wouldn't.
Or are they just everywhere?
So I mean, because there's like dinosaurs that run around that you can defeat and get like some of their items and stuff, and there's like people all over the world that you don't necessarily talk to. They just kind of are doing their own thing. But yeah, it's pretty cool if you enjoy like Xenoverse style games and stuff like that. It's a lot like that. So
now, did you ever play? I think there were 2 Game Boy Advance games, like Legacy of Goku 1 and 2, and then Boo's Fury.
No, I didn't play those.
Okay, I was wondering if it's anything like those except in 3D form, because they were like RPG light. Like, it's kind of an open world. You run around, you switch off characters and level them up. Like, are you like leveling up your character and gaining abilities and stuff, or?
Yeah, you level up, and as far as like abilities go, as the story progresses and you learn, through the story, like, oh, I can go Super Saiyan now, or oh, I learned how to do a Kamehameha. Like for the first little bit when you played Gohan, he didn't know how to fly, so you just had to like run around the world.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's pretty cool. Like, it follows the story, and you get new abilities to the story, but then you also level up, and every time you meet like a new character, you get their it's called a D badge, and there's like this they call it the community board, and you have like the Z Warriors, so that's like Krillin and Yamcha and all them, and you stack them up, like the little badge you put, like, it's kind of like a little board game almost. That's what it looks like, and you place them on there, and then it'll boost like your attack power and your defense power. And then there's this character named Yajirobe, and he's kind of like an adventure, or I think he's on the adventure community board, and he's like your survival skills. So if you're because you can eat food during battle to regain health, so you might get like a 15% boost to the health that gives you or something like that. So there's a lot of like different elements in the game. I said light RPG at the beginning. It's got some pretty decent RPG mechanics into it.
Does it have original characters? Like, is Yajirobe?
Yeah. I don't know. He's in the main story.
Like, he's Master Roshi, right?
No. Yajirobe. He's kind of like this. Fatter. He kind of looks like a fatter, like shorter.
Frankenstein? Oh wait, never mind.
No.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
I actually just met him.
The red looking dude or whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played like. Didn't they have a demo out that came out like not too long ago? Because I'm almost positive. Like, I watched a video about it and I was like, I'm pretty sure I played this.
I don't know if there was a demo for it, but
maybe it was a dream.
Maybe
a very vivid dream.
A specific dream.
But yeah, it's really cool. Like, all the characters and stuff are there. And then when you're battling, once you get farther in the story and like all the characters are with each other, you can use them as like they'll be fighting with you, and you can use them as assist characters.
Oh, cool.
You can kind of tell them when to use a Kamehameha or some sort of power or whatever, and then it's like kind of on a timer, and then once you get so far in the battle, or you can do like an assist, and all 3 characters or all 2 characters, however many people you have with you, will all go together and they'll team up on the enemy and do some sort of cool move. As far as like enemies go throughout the world, though, there's like there's the Red Ribbon Army, and they have like their little like monkey looking robots that are kind of out in the world, and you can go fight them and stuff. And there's also like super powerful ones. Like, I went to go fight one, and like I was like level 7. It was like level 29, and he hit me once, and I died. I was like, oh my god. So there's a couple different enemies. There hasn't been a ton. It's just mainly been them, and then whatever like the the story focus battles are. With Piccolo and Raditz and all that stuff. But it's fun. It's definitely. I was kind of worried because sometimes Dragon Ball Z games can kind of suck.
Well, I feel like they just create like so many of them, but they're all like supposed to be like somewhat different. There was a Dragon Ball Z game that I played, I think on the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. Budokai? What was Budokai?
Yeah,
what was Budokai? What was that? Was it
like a fighting game, like a 2D fighting game?
Yeah, it wasn't that then. Because this was like a 3D game. And I remember you got like capsules and stuff. I remember you had to get like the Dragon Balls and all that stuff.
I thought Budokai was also 3D.
Was it? See, I don't know. Like, I don't remember the name of it, but I remember it was like
on a. Maybe it wasn't. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because you could go around the plane.
Yeah.
So maybe it was Budokai. Maybe I don't know.
Because I remember the capsules from Budokai.
Yeah, I remember like you having to buy them, and then like they had like a market, and then like it would refresh every whatever, and then you get like rare stuff or getting the Dragon Balls or whatever. But I remember how fun that was.
That might have been. Are you talking about Xenoverse? You said it was on GameCube, didn't you?
Yeah, it was. Okay. But I don't remember if Budokai was on the GameCube. I just know it was like an older one. I'm pretty sure it was on the GameCube.
Yeah, it was on the GameCube. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Now, Harrison, do you like Kakarot more than Xenoverse? Because I remember you.
Oh yeah, I got super into Xenoverse 1 and 2. It's a lot. If you like those games, you'll like Kakarot for sure because it's very, very similar. I mean, it isn't. You're not going back in time or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But it's very, very similar, and it's a bigger. Like I know in Xenoverse they had kind of like a little hub world where you can go around and talk to all the characters, but this one's like much bigger. But yeah, if you like Xenoverse 1 and 2, it's a lot like it. It's probably around like a upper 70s to lower 80s review scale, I would say, so far. I mean, it's got. Is
like that your personal review or just what you think it?
Probably like my personal so far. Okay. I mean, it's definitely got like some like camera issues and stuff when you're flying around and in the fights too. Like whenever you first start a fight, the frame rate kind of drops pretty low. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's really enjoyable.
Does it have online?
No, it's just single player. There's no fighting or anything online.
Okay, so it's like like a single player Xenoverse.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. I say if you like Dragon Ball Z and like that kind of world and all their crazy lore and stuff, and you like Xenoverse, I would definitely recommend playing it.
How many sagas does it cover?
I know it goes through. It does. It goes up to the Buu saga, so it doesn't do any sort of like super stuff. I was really hoping when they first announced it that it would go through like the kid stuff, like Goku as a kid, because there hasn't really been a ton of games with Goku as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I'm thinking maybe there'll be DLC or something for Super.
That'd be cool. Because what? It's Frieza, Cell, Buu.
Yeah.
No, what was after Buu? Was it GT?
Well, GT doesn't technically count anymore as far as like.
They got retconned?
Kind of, yeah. Whenever the creator made Super, they retconned it, and yeah, GT doesn't count in like the time.
What does retcon mean?
It just means like they made episodes for GT, but whenever like the creator came back, he said, yeah, none of that stuff matters.
Yeah.
Or that it's like that stuff never actually happened.
Almost like overwriting it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I know whenever Disney acquired Star Wars, there's like all those Star Wars books and stuff like that were made, and that was considered like part of the lore. But when they came in and bought, they were like, no, all that stuff is. I mean, it's there for people to read, but it doesn't count anymore.
Yeah, sometimes it just you get so overcrowded, and you go down these like weird plot holes.
Well, GT wasn't. I don't think it was like super regarded, like well regarded as like a Dragon Ball Z show.
It was so hyped up too.
Yeah,
coming off of Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
Isn't GT the one where he like became like he had like blue hair? Like is that Super Saiyan 5 or something like that?
Well, no, that's there's Super Saiyan 4, and they like their skin changed, or like they kind of had more of like a monkey or an ape.
And he had like the long,
black
hair.
Yeah, it was
he had black hair, and then he had like red fur.
Yep.
Yeah, Super is when he went when he got like the god, like Super. They call him like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
It's like red hair or whatever.
Yeah, he's got like he gets like blue hair, and then I think there's like Goku Black too. I haven't seen much of Super, but yeah, it's a really cool game, and if you enjoy Dragon Ball Z anything, like they really there's like a lot of little hidden details that you can kind of see. Like, oh, that character, you haven't seen that character in a while. That's cool. So yeah, it's a really cool game.
Nice. Yeah, the last Dragon Ball Z game I played was Fighter Z.
Yeah,
and I didn't play much online because I just got stomped every time.
Oh no, yeah, I would never play. I don't play online anymore.
But I played the story, and the story was just like hot garbage.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, anytime they try to do like a new Dragon Ball Z story, it's always kind of crummy. I mean,
because
Xenoverse kind of worked just because you're just going back in time from the story that's already been told, and just kind of fixing the timeline. Like if something happened where it wasn't supposed to, you go back and do some fights and stuff. So, but that story for fighters was garbage. It was so stupid. But yeah, I think that's really what I've been playing. I did, like I said earlier, I played a little bit of Gwent on the phone, and it was cool. But I enjoy kind of the simplicity of the original.
I think it's so much better, like in the game.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing.
Nice. So
you played anything in your been crazy work week?
Yeah, so like we're in like full busy season this week. So I'm working till like 9 or 9:30 every night. But in the time I do have, I've been playing The Witcher. And so Harrison, last week we talked, and I thought I was like near the end of the game. Like I was at that point where I was like recruiting people for like a big battle.
Yeah.
And I did that battle, and the game didn't end. I'm going, and like 10 hours later, I'm still. I think I'm at the final point of the game now.
It's like it kind of reminds me of like BioShock. Whenever you meet Andrew Ryan, and you're like, the game's over, and then there's like 10 more hours left of this thing.
Yeah, it's like that's cool because I love playing it, and it's definitely like the story is definitely ramping up right now. But also, I'm trying to get to the DLC.
Right.
Because I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, I just need to finish this game. Like it's been going on so long, and
yeah, it's one of those games where it's like you just get wrapped up in it. And
yeah.
I haven't done the main mission in like 5 hours. It's just fun.
Right. But that's pretty much what I've been playing. I don't think I've played literally anything else. I was gonna play the Pokemon demo.
Yeah.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
I never got around to it, so I'll have to put in some time for that just to see if I'll like it enough to give it a shot. Or give it
it's like a 45-minute to an hour demo depending on what you do. But so it's not. It's a pretty long demo. Usually demos aren't that long, but it's cool. I would definitely recommend trying it out.
Yeah, I'm also definitely in the mood for like a shorter game.
Definitely, yeah.
Because I was playing Dragon Quest.
Oh my god!
I started what was it? Death Stranding, which is extremely long, and then
you're like in the middle of a ton of games.
Yeah. So like I'll finish Witcher and probably I might play through Ori in the Blind Forest since I got
on sale. You're doing too much.
Well, just to get in like a shorter one and then get back to.
Ori 2 comes out pretty soon, doesn't it?
What does?
Ori 2. Ori and the Will of the Wisp, whatever.
I think it's February or March.
February, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Juggling too. It's just too many long RPGs.
Games. Yeah, you're juggling too many long games. Yeah. Surprised we're not blurring together. But I guess they're all significantly pretty different to where it's not gonna confuse you. Right. I would get confused.
I don't know.
I'm like, remember the BTs and Dragon Quest? Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe I'll go back and play through Claire's story and RE2.
Yeah, it's definitely worth playing through and seeing the proper ending, I guess.
Right.
So wait, how many endings are there? So like Leon has his ending. Are there like multiple of his ending and then multiple of Claire's ending?
No, there's not like there's not like multiple endings with each one, but like there's Leon and then there's Claire. And it's weird because like I was talking to Nick before. It's weird because like you go like as Claire, you kind of go back through where Leon went, but like none of the stuff he did, like you're kind of doing the same thing almost for a while.
Like
it's a little bit different, and then once you get out of there, it changes up, a decent amount. But it's definitely worth playing and seeing the proper ending, and like the final boss fights are different too, which is cool.
So I'm terrified of the Tyrant.
Dude, it's so freaky.
Oh yeah,
that's like the only thing that's like it's probably gonna like hinder me is just that because I hate that's like I hate when games have that when they just make you're just
the unstoppable force.
Yeah, like you can't do anything about it. And
honestly, just die to him once.
Like and then just get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying because I mean it's a good while before he shows up. When he does, like, all of a sudden, you could kind of go through the police department, at your own pace, and it's very peaceful. I mean, there's zombies and they're kind of difficult to kill and stuff, but yeah, once he shows up, it's like,
fuck.
Dude, it's crazy.
There,
like,
yeah, I watched
you could be like in a room or whatever, and then like he's so tall that he has to like kind of crouch down, and he'll like peek in, and then sometimes he'll come in, and then sometimes he won't. So it's just
so you never know.
Yeah, you never really know.
Oh my god!
But he'll always, if you're moving around, he's always gonna eventually end up in your room.
Yeah,
I watched a video where they like timed it out, like in one situation they like actually shot zombies, and that was like the quickest for the tyrant to show up.
Mm-hmm.
One, they were just standing still, and the tyrant, like, you could hear him coming, but he didn't come inside of the room.
Yeah.
Another one, like, they just had the player running around, and the tyrant still came in. So like,
it's super.
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing, but
yeah.
That's what I'm terrified of getting. Like, if I play this and I really, really like it, like I want to get Resident Evil 3, but also don't want to be fucking followed by Nemesis. And
oh god, yeah.
It's just, I mean, he's even worse than the tyrant. I mean, he fucking has a minigun and a flamethrower, and
yeah. I can't wait for it. Oh, I can't wait.
I'm just like nervous as shit.
Yeah. Did you ever play like Alien Isolation, Trey?
Mm-mm. No, but I've watched those fucking videos. I've seen that shit.
That game is pretty good. Well, it's kind of like I know you played Dead Space. Whenever the that one, I can't remember the
Tormentor.
Yeah.
Or the regenerator, the one that always comes after you. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like that, where like you can kind of get it, you can down him. If you shoot him enough, or like throw a flash grenade. But he's always
the tyrant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I mean, you can shoot him and stuff. It's kind of pointless because you're just wasting your ammo. But
right.
Yeah, you can kind of slow him down for like a little bit, but he always gets back up.
But he's slow enough where you can always, or maybe he's like the equal speed as you, so you can always kind of get away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can usually get
he's
away.
He's not faster than you. If
no.
That makes
sense. Does
sense.
he just stop following you at like a certain points or whatever, or does he just stop whenever?
He'll stop if you get through a few doors.
Yeah.
Okay.
But his stomping is so loud that it's just.
That's what I heard. Like, that's what someone was telling me at work. They were like, he could be like across the map, and like you just hear like him stomping, and you're like, oh my god, he's near.
And then like sometimes he'll be like a floor above you, and you're like just standing there, and you don't know where he's at. It's
damn it, man.
Yeah, it's
I'm getting nervous.
So I thought like the main area of the police department.
Yeah.
Like the first floor. I thought that was safe.
No,
not even that. For the first part, you walk into the police department. That's not even safe.
No,
like with the staircases, like the two
rooms.
Staircases and everything, like where you meet where you talk to the black guy. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
it's not even safe.
There's no safe. The only, well, I don't want to say it just because Trey hasn't played it, but there is a safe point eventually, but it's only, I don't know, it's not.
Does he even come into the areas that are like where you save and where you have like the cache, like the little?
No, he won't come in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's only the safe rooms are the only safe place.
He'll stand in the doorway and look at you if the door's open.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It kind of takes you out of the.
Like, damn it, you're saving. I can't do anything.
Gotta respect it.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, Nick, you been playing anything else?
No, just getting through The Witcher.
All right, I guess we'll jump into the some of the news. So I did add, I don't know if you guys are looking at the show notes, I did add a link for they released like the best selling games of like the decade.
That's a funny list.
It's all Call of Duty. So it's like, okay, I think let's see.
Well, here I'm gonna run down 2019's best selling games real quick.
Okay, good.
So number 10 we have Mario Kart 8, which is pretty good for a re-release on the Switch.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Tom Clancy's The Division 2, which is kind of surprising. I thought.
Yeah, I think that game's more popular than I think people
than we thought
realize.
It was. Number 8 is Kingdom Hearts 3. 7 is Smash Ultimate. 6 is Jedi Fallen Order. 5 is Mortal Kombat 11. 4 is somehow Borderlands 3. 3 is Madden 20.
That's crazy. That game still gets.
What was that?
Madden.
Madden 2020.
Yeah. I always forget how well those games sell.
That's crazy. And then NBA 2K20 is number 2, and number 1 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Cool. What games are we missing on this list that you like? I was thinking maybe Link's Awakening would be on here, but
I'd expect Luigi's Mansion to come up over Link's Awakening.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I don't know what else Nintendo released this year that would.
Yeah, there was. I mean,
Dude, Pokemon. What are you talking about?
What's up?
I was like, Pokemon. What are you talking about?
I'm surprised.
Pokemon. Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's right here. It's right here. Oh wait, okay, never mind. I don't know what I was looking at. Okay, I see it. Pokemon Sword and Luigi's Mansion 3.
No, that's for December.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess I don't know.
I'm
maybe
surprised Pokemon isn't on the top selling for 2019. I mean, it had 2 months. That's surprising.
I mean, Modern Warfare had what, 3 months?
3 months, yeah.
Was number 1.
Yeah.
Looks like people aren't buying Pokemon.
I wonder what that means.
Cancel it.
So they also released like the best-selling games between 2010 to 2019, and Minecraft is number 10, which is
nice.
I feel like that would have been higher on the list, but I mean that's
when did Minecraft come out?
Gosh, like
was it before 2010?
No, I think it came out in like 2010. Yeah, I think
I remember it was out when Skyrim was out.
Yeah, because I think it had just been like released in beta or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then so Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is next, which is
these are the top selling games of all time
of
the decade.
Of the decade.
Oh, the decade. Okay.
Yeah. So Call of Duty Black Ops 4 that came out last year?
Yeah,
so that's done pretty well to be on the list. Call of Duty World War II.
I don't know how that did so well.
Red Dead Redemption.
Campaign was good, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, Call of
Duty
Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and Call of Duty Black Ops. And then Grand Theft Auto takes the cake on that one.
And it's also going to be the best-selling game of the next decade too.
Yeah, right.
Dude, 6, yeah. Whenever that happens.
5. It's going to be like
5 is just going to keep one.
5 is still
they're going to still have DLC.
So I mean, and then PlayStation 4 was the highest selling console
of the decade.
Yes.
Oh wow.
PlayStation 4.
Well, yeah, I guess
they recently announced that they had sold over they had 100 million units sold, or at least that were went to like GameStop and all the different retailers and stuff. So that's pretty awesome. PlayStation 4 killing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Call of Duty, a decade of dominance. We'll see what the next decade looks like.
I don't even know how Ghost got there, dude. That shit was garbage. I mean,
it's like, but like Call of Duty, even if the game isn't great, like it still just sells like crazy.
Yeah, people won't know until they get it, because I feel like people who are buying Call of Duty every year aren't really reading reviews for Call of Duty.
No, yeah, they're
gonna buy regardless.
Like Madden was I heard was like a pretty kind of mediocre Madden game for what it was.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like they can only do so much. I mean, like there's only so much you can like. My brother-in-law, he plays the Madden games, and I mean they're more in depth like over time.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't know. And then like Call of Duty, like what the hell is the next Call of Duty gonna be? I highly doubt they're gonna make Modern Warfare 2 remastered. Like I don't like. Well, that's not gonna be next year at least, because like, and one thing I was confused about was like in Modern Warfare, when you upload it, it shows like one of the developers is Sledgehammer, but Sledgehammer doesn't exist anymore.
They probably help, because a lot of times Activision uses like a ton of studios to like help out like with the multiplayer and single player. So
right.
I mean that was the big thing for a while. Is Sledgehammer? Did Sledgehammer actually release their own Call of Duty?
Yeah,
they released Advanced Warfare and World War II. World War II was
okay. I know for like they had three
developers.
And then, 3 developers working on it. So that was nice. So you had essentially 3 years to work on a game.
Yeah,
before it came out. I don't know. I don't know what the next Call of Duty looks
like. Treyarch took over Sledgehammer's project that comes out next year. So I mean, it's obviously not going to be Black Ops 5. I mean, if
Yeah,
they
I
did,
hope it's something cool. I don't know.
Ghost 2.
Please.
God.
Please no.
I don't even know how that made the game of the decade. Like,
I just Call of Duty sells, man. I don't know.
I know, but Ghost was like the worst one, man. Like
that was after which Call of Duty? Which one came before Ghost? Was it Black Ops 2?
Might have been Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I think so.
For a
Because
while,
Black Ops 2 was badass, man. That game.
Yeah. That was good.
Black Ops, the online was really good.
Pretty well regarded.
Mm-hmm.
But going down the news list, I don't know. I know it's a Fire Emblem character, but I don't know who Byleth is.
That's the main protagonist.
Okay.
Yeah. So Byleth is the main character
of the newer
Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Mm-hmm. Have you played it, Nick?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like, I mean, like as far as like the fan reaction goes, like people are pretty disappointed. I mean, there's so many Fire Emblem characters in these games now. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and Sakurai, like during the presentation, he kind of made fun of that fact.
Yeah.
They alluded like, oh, like it's just another sword user, but then they added in like the legendary weapons from all the house leaders. So
the heroic relics.
I think like an axe. And a lance.
Yeah,
okay. That's like a good way to change it up.
Well, that's cool.
I think it's a good addition. I was expecting it to be in the base game.
Yeah,
because it's a good way to like hype up people for new Fire Emblem. But I mean, the fact that they announced like another 6 characters are coming, kind of amended that, even though it's over the time period of 2 years, or the period of 2 years.
Well, I mean, at this point, I mean, they've got every character that's ever been in Smash. Do you think we'll get another Smash? Or do you think this is probably it for a while?
Probably not for a long time.
Yeah.
I think they're probably treating it like Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, just kind of like
added in characters over time.
I mean, that's what I would do if I was them. I mean, you've already got you make another Smash, and then because at this point, if you make another Smash and you don't have all these characters in it, then it's going to be bad. Like, for the fans, I guess, like their reactions and stuff like that. So it's like I would just build upon what they've got now and then go from there.
How many are we going to have now after that? Like after the next season comes out?
What is it? Over 80?
It'll be 80 something. It's like 85 at least.
Yeah.
That's so
crazy. I mean, that's a lot of balancing you have to do.
Yeah.
For each game. I mean, that's just.
They just the next season just needs to be all third party. Like they just need to do that.
You think so?
I think so. Because I mean I'm not mad about like Violet coming in, but it's just I mean, it'd be like adding another Pokemon to Smash Brothers. There's already enough. There's 8, so it's like I mean
you don't really need it.
Yeah, like it just I don't know. They could have been like Banjo, like you can't get better than that. Like that's so awesome. Like Banjo being in the game.
Like, well, I guess Spyro is more of like a PlayStation franchise.
That's what they think. They think that,
cool.
like one of the guys I was working with was like, man, it'd be cool if like they did Crash Bandicoot or like Spyro, which would be, I think Crash Bandicoot would work better than Spyro because he could have more of a moveset. I don't really know what Spyro could really do.
Yeah.
I haven't played a ton of Smash recently, but Luigi, does he have any sort of like Luigi Mansion moves or anything?
He has like I think his down B is like using the poltergust in some capacity.
Okay.
I think so too. I don't know, like, man. I don't know who they could add. Yeah, like I just don't know who they could add like that would make it. And it's crazy because like the direct said that these characters would be released by December 31st, 2021.
Yeah.
And so that's crazy because like this season had like, well, you had Piranha Plant, which was free, but then you had 5 more, and then that was only a year, and they came out right. I mean, it was a year, like a little over a year.
It was a year, yeah, because they started with Piranha Plant in January, and they ended.
Yep.
And
what Joker was the next one, right?
Yeah.
And he was in April, and then you had Hero in summer, and then right after that was Banjo, and then Terry, and then now. Because Byleth will be ready in 9 days. I do think it is cool though how they have the Mii Gunner as Cuphead. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's so cool.
People seem to be more excited about that than anything. I say, and why? Like
why would you not make that a character?
Yeah, or like Shovel Knight. Why is Shovel Knight not a character? Like, why is he just
no idea?
Like a spirit or whatever.
Such a good moveset too.
Yeah, like his down B is perfect. That's literally what he does in the game.
Yeah.
Or making like a swap out like Pokemon Trainer and like have Spectre Knight in there.
Oh, that'd be
have
cool.
Plague Knight.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
That'd be cool.
I was thinking about that with oh man, who was it? I don't remember who it was. Someone I was talking, I was like, they should have another character that's like the Pokemon Trainer, and switches out to like can be 3 different people. But I forgot. Well, like if they would have done that with instead of Byleth, like the main protagonist, done like the house leaders, since there's 3 of them, so cool. And just done like Claude, Dimitri, and Edelgard. Like that would have been so sick.
Yeah.
And then that would have made sense with like each hero relic. You would have had each hero relic per leader.
Yeah.
That would have been way better.
Do it when it.
And that's effectively like doing 3 characters, and I get that's a lot more work, but
right.
It would. I feel like that would make everybody happier. Like none of the Fire Emblem fans want to see.
I mean, there's so many IPs and games and stuff like that Nintendo can pull from. I think people are just upset that we're getting another Fire Emblem character. Whether it's, I mean, he's different than what we've got now, but
yeah,
I think it's just at this point it's like the anticipation of these announced characters isn't necessarily living up to the hype.
We need the Knight from Dark Souls, dude. That's it. That's like all you need. Like
there's an amiibo for it. Like, it'd be awesome.
That'd be so sick. Like it would make so much sense, man.
Have a really janky roll.
Fat rolling.
Yeah. It'd be so cool, man.
So next on the news list, Cyberpunk 2077 got delayed. I called that all day. I knew that wasn't going to come out when it said it was.
Oh yeah, no way.
That happened to The Witcher.
Yeah.
It got delayed.
Oh, did?
I mean,
I'm all for delays. You know, it's going to make the game better, and
right.
It's all good. As another delay we had was Marvel's Avengers got delayed, got pushed back to September.
That sucks.
As expected, but
as expected, yeah. That game, I don't know. I don't know if that game's going to be good or not.
I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean,
it might be awesome now that they've.
Yeah, they just need more time to kind of polish up some stuff.
Well, it's Square Enix, right?
Yeah, it's Crystal Dynamics.
Okay, so that's the people who made Tomb Raider.
Yeah, the first Tomb Raider 1, the remaster or the remake or the reboot, I should say, and the second one, Rise of Tomb Raider, were super good. Shadow.
Did you play Shadow?
Yeah, Shadow was a different developer, not quite as good, but it was still pretty good. I beat that a couple months ago. It wasn't bad. And then another delay as well is Final Fantasy VII. Got delayed only about a month though, so
kind of weird that they delayed it just a month.
A little polish, I guess.
Do you guys think it's weird that Final Fantasy VII is coming out in episodes?
Yeah. It's weird, but
do you think that it's going to be like you spend $60 and you're just going to get the episodes as they release, or do you think
you're going to be spending $60 every time?
Such bull, man.
And see, that's what I think, man. I think that they're going to add so much content to where like the first episode will feel like a decently full game.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like a 40-hour, 30-hour game or something like that, I mean, it's cool. I mean, it seems like it's not just. It's not just like a remake. It's like kind of like a reimagining. Of what 7 was. So I mean, if it's cool, as long as it's not like a freaking 10-hour game or something, they're like, all right,
it just looks beautiful.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I never played Final Fantasy VII, so I'm like super curious about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's supposed to be like the best
one. I have a guy that I work with, and he's like, he has like Final Fantasy VII on like every single console, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so ready."
So Sony announced that they will not be at E3 this year.
Once again.
Which is fine. That's fine.
So that's kind of like, okay. I mean, a lot of people in the game industry that I follow and stuff have kind of said over the past few years that E3 is kind of slowly dying. It's kind of losing relevancy. And with this being like a huge console year, new consoles are coming out and Sony's not going to be at E3. I think that kind of is like, just another nail in the coffin for E3. I don't know. I mean, it's just not worth it to go for these developers anymore when, they have so many platforms that they can, if they do kind of like Nintendo does their directs and stuff like that,
Right.
And I mean, Microsoft is going to be there, but they also own the theater right next to the E3 Convention Center. So, I mean, they own it, so they're there. Why not? Why not be there? So, I think that's the reason why Microsoft is going to be there versus Sony, is just because they own that
and
building.
Sony's probably going to do like a presentation a week before or a week after.
Yeah.
And they're going to have all the attention on them.
Is it just Microsoft?
No, Nintendo's going to be there too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So
and a bunch of other developers.
Yeah. Well, I'm fine with because what does PlayStation have? They have State of Play.
Yeah, their State of Play.
That's like their kind of like equivalent, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm fine with that because I mean, like you said, Harrison, it's really, I mean, it sucks because E3 is like used to be like growing up. It was like, oh shit, man, they're gonna release
all
this crazy stuff,
all the conferences and stuff. Like it's such an exciting time to be like a gamer.
Yeah,
all the stuff that's getting announced, like it's awesome. So I mean, it's a little disappointing, but I'm sure they'll do something. They'll do some sort of like State of Play or something like that. And I think I was trying to look it up because I think their reveal event got leaked and it showed like all the stuff that is supposed to be announced.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying.
God of War 2. God of War 2.
Yeah.
Please. They have to. I mean, if that could be a good launch title for the PS5.
I hope it's called God of War 2, like Fumble Winter or something shit like that. That'd be so awesome.
That'd be sweet.
Which, because like, I mean, Xbox, I'm definitely gonna get that one first, but
no, Harrison, you can't.
I mean, just that game.
Halo can wait. Okay.
No.
PS5 is supposed to be all backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Which probably won't happen because that's the rumor every single time a damn PlayStation console comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found the article. Okay, so they're supposed to be doing a reveal on February 5th, which is crazy. That's in a couple weeks. They say the console is supposed to cost $499, which I mean that's
pretty reasonable.
That's kind of what I expected.
Yeah.
Trying to think of some stuff. They'll shed light on PS5 games, launch titles: Gran Turismo 7, MLB The Show 21, Demon Souls remake.
What?
Why? Why?
That Godfall game that got announced. There's supposed to be a new IP coming from Santa Monica Studios, which is
developers of God of War.
Yep, God of War. Apparently the game's called Legends with a Z at the end.
Oh no.
Oh God.
They did mention in this leak, of course, they're gonna have show support for all PlayStation titles going forward, and they did state that the Series X was gonna cost $600.
Really, $600?
I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean that could be pretty interesting. It's
a little backwards because usually the Xbox is always cheaper than the
right.
Well, at least that's how the PS3 was.
I don't know. $600 might be a little too much.
Right.
We'll
it just depends. I mean, how much more you think they're going to be pretty equivalent in power? I don't know. I always feel like Xbox is always stronger.
Supposed to be more powerful this time around than the PlayStation 5. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean,
when's the line going to be drawn when it's no longer a console anymore and it's just a computer tower? I think it's getting pretty close with that.
Yeah,
design.
The fact that they made it look like a computer tower.
Yeah. I mean, it's like PCs. I mean, you can upgrade like the graphics card and stuff like that. So I mean,
that would be something that would be kind of cool is if they made like a modular console.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like nothing was like integrated, and you can like besides like just changing out like your hard drive or whatever, you could just change out components. Like that would be. I mean, well, essentially, I guess that would no longer make it a console anymore. But like. Make the idea. Some people like consoles, don't like PC.
But I also feel like, I mean, consoles come out so far and few between. Like there's, when did when the PlayStation 5 or 4 and Xbox One X?
2013.
So, I mean, it's been 7 years. I mean, that's a pretty, to spend $400, $500 every 7 years for a console, that's not super unreasonable to me, at least.
No, it's not.
So we'll keep going on down the list.
Hey, y'all keep going. I gotta go pee.
Yeah.
And then BioShock got rated for the Switch, so I guess that collection will probably come to the Switch. So I mean that's cool.
It sounds like it could happen. I mean, they just Metro Collection, Metro Redux was announced for the Switch, and that's like I feel like that's an equally demanding game.
Right.
As BioShock.
Yeah. So I mean that's that'll be cool. I mean BioShock, I got the one collection for the Xbox. So if you haven't played those games, play it on the Switch. Hopefully it runs well. And
I don't know if I'd get it again, but
there's some fantastic games. I mean, I personally probably wouldn't get it again just because I've got it twice now already. But those are some fantastic games with the original. At least play the original BioShock. That game's awesome.
Probably aside from like Master Chief Collection, I'd say that's the best collection of games that you could get.
Yeah. I really like. I keep wanting them to do like a Dead Space collection or something.
I don't know why they haven't. I guess they killed the studio, but
yeah. I really hope they announce like maybe like a reboot of Dead Space or something. I mean that was such a cool like game and like just world. It was so weird and I'm so good.
Such a cool time in gaming too. Like with that, and then BioShock was pretty close.
Yeah, it was the start of the new console, the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. There's a ton of like really awesome game franchises that came out and kind of died on those systems. So
they had like really interesting stories and very, very scary games too.
Oh yeah. Even
BioShock was kind of freaky sometimes.
Oh yeah. Like I remember like that first opening scene where you go up the elevator and like you see the splicer for the first time and she's got like you think it's a baby or something and then she comes after you and you kill her and then it's like a revolver. You're just like, what the heck?
Yeah, what the heck is going on in this world?
Right, we were just talking about the BioShock collection that got rated for Switch in Korea.
Ooh.
So it hasn't been announced, but it'll probably. I mean, I can't see why that wouldn't.
I think we're gonna get a direct soon, like a.
We have to, at least in February.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we'll get one. Maybe one more before E3. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think we'll get one in January, and then maybe one in April.
And then I'll announce Super Mario Sunshine ported to the Switch.
Oh God.
And then I can die happy.
Yeah, Super Mario Sunshine. Go ahead and bring on Galaxy and 1 and 2.
Hell, bring them all, man.
There's so much stuff. Like it just blows my mind that they don't like do this. Like people will go nuts.
It's like
they would.
Do they not have the capacity to remake these games?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is. I mean, I feel like the Switch has been such like a huge success for Nintendo. Coming off of the Wii U, that obviously, I mean, and they've brought most of the really nice Wii U games over to the Switch.
Most of them,
yeah. I mean,
except Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, they haven't remastered.
And I'm really surprised about that. That's
what are they doing?
I mean, maybe with those games because they were just remade. Maybe that's why they're not going to put them on the Switch. But I don't know. I don't know how hard it would be to get them over. But
there's also a rumor, and this is on the list, but
yeah,
that a traditional Paper Mario is coming to the Switch.
Which would be cool because I did not like. I think I played the one for the 3DS. Was the last one?
Sticker Star. Why does no one like that one, man? No one likes it.
And then because Paper Mario and Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
Oh, dude, you can't.
Such incredible games. And then I think the next one was it Paper Mario?
Color Splash?
No.
Color Splash for Wii U.
It was the Wii one.
Oh, it was just Super Paper Mario, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I wasn't. I think I watched you play that, Nick. I wasn't like a huge fan of what they were.
Was it Paper Jam? No.
That was Mario and Luigi. Wait, that was Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was there's some cool games. There's so much stuff Nintendo can fall back on and remake, and people would just eat it up because it's Nintendo and
nostalgia is just their driver.
I feel like they just. I mean, me and Nick, you and I always talk about it. Is like every direct that they do is always somewhat disappointing because you just feel like they can bring so much to the table and then they never do.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like everyone wants something different, and you can't make everyone happy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
yeah, Byleth is a cue for that. Yeah, no one was happy about that. Like I was talking to Jason, one of the guys I work with, and he was like, "Yeah, when I was watching the live stream for the Smash Direct, and it was like 100,000, and as soon as they like announced Byleth, it like dropped to 30."
Come on, man.
I was like, "Dang, man, they didn't give it a chance." But
people just hate Fire Emblem characters. I don't know.
I guess because there's so many of them. But I mean,
back in the day, when it was just Roy and Marth, I mean, people like loved
they were the
those
coolest
characters.
ones.
Yeah, they were the best. But now it's like, okay, how many fighters can we add that have swords to the game?
It's like, stop adding the protagonist and add Edelgard or Dimitri or like a more interesting character than a.
Yeah, because I mean, Byleth, doesn't even. the character doesn't even fucking talk. Yeah, like, so how can you make a character out of that? Like, that to me, that just it didn't make sense, like, at all. I was just like, that's stupid. Like I said, they would have been better doing like the Pokemon trainer shit and just switch between the three of them.
Yeah.
But
oh well. Do y'all want to take a little break before we go into the topic, or do you want to just jump right into it?
I'm good now.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, we'll go ahead and. All right, so topic of the week is what game would you like to be remade? Like maybe a la like Resident Evil 2 where they like really did like an awesome job of kind of reimagining that game. Nick, you want to start it off?
Does anyone else have like a definitive answer?
I mean, there's a couple games that I think I would really like to see remade. Like obviously, and Nick, we were just talking about it, but Dead Space. Mm-hmm. Love to see a remake of. I would love to see a Dead Space 4, but if I had to have a game remade, Dead Space 1 was. Oh god, that game was just such an awesome moment in gaming. Like,
right,
it was awesome. And then I'm trying to think. I just had something else that I was thinking of. I can't remember what it was.
I would love if Super Mario Sunshine got remade.
Yeah,
and kind of revamped, took out the kinks of the game, made it control a lot better.
Yeah.
Dude, just take the Mario Odyssey engine, whatever engine that is, and make Sunshine.
I really enjoyed Sunshine. I mean, people give it like a lot of hate.
Dude, no.
But I thought it was like a really cool concept with the water and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I know. I loved it, but I would just love to see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like a really nice HD looking version of it. Or
that water would look so good.
Oh yeah, dude.
It would look crispy.
Dude, the best water in gaming. The one that I remember the most is like BioShock, like right at the beginning where you're.
Oh, in the lighthouse, you're like out of that airplane or whatever.
Sea of Thieves has really nice water too.
Yeah.
Who does?
Sea of Thieves.
Oh, Sea of Thieves, yeah.
I want to go back and play that game. It's been like updated and. So
is that a Ubisoft game?
No, it's a Rare game.
Rare.
Oh my god! Wow.
But it was like when it first came out, it was like everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, like a freaking open world pirate game," and then there just wasn't much to do.
No,
I just remember watching videos like the Kraken or something like that. That was like the only thing.
There was no loot or anything, like weapon wise. Like your weapons stayed the same, but you could get new skins for it. So it was kind of like I don't know, kind of lame. I guess
empty space.
Yeah, just so not. But apparently, it's been like overhauled. Kind of like the same story as I don't know, Destiny,
Ghost Recon, and all that shit,
or like what was No Man's Sky, where
that like changed dramatically, man.
So it's like these live service games, like kind of launch with nothing, and then they kind of get built upon. So
yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, Dead Space. I think Dead Space would be cool. A cool remake of. I'm still trying to think of the game before, but. Oh well.
Skyward Sword.
Oh god, yeah.
I never played that one.
Retry.
Don't bring it. Don't play it. It's trash.
Don't play it unless it gets remastered.
It's the only mainline Zelda game that I've not finished because those motion controls. I freaking hated them so much.
Well, they also made it to where he's not left-handed because most people are right-handed, so they did that. Yeah. So I remember a lot of people complained about that.
Yeah, it just was not a great Zelda game, and I would love to go back and play it. So if they brought it to the Switch and, kind of updated it a bit, I mean, that could be super cool.
I don't even need Super Mario Sunshine remade. I just want it ported to the Switch. I just want to be able to play it on the go. Like literally, like I'm fine with that.
Right.
Like I'm fine with all of that stuff. Because that's like one thing that I battle with is like, I'm like, man, I really wish they would remake this. But then I think about it and I'm like, would I though? Like, would I really enjoy it? Like, how much could they change it to where it would still feel the same, but also be different to where it feels new?
Yeah.
Like Resident Evil 2, that was probably pretty easy because, it was from fixed camera to over the shoulder, which made it feel like an entirely different game. And that's like Apex. Apex is releasing a mode where you can play in third person, and that's probably going to make that game feel like crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I always say to myself, man, I would love for Rare to just remaster like Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. Like I always think about that. But then I'm like, well, if I played it, would I enjoy? But I don't know. I enjoyed Spyro a lot. Yeah, like Spyro, like Toys for Bob. Like when it comes to Spyro the Reignite trilogy, like that, I honestly prefer that over like the old Spyro. Like honestly, I still love Spyro.
Some games like that. It's like because we got stuck at one point and we couldn't find a gym, so we looked it up. But I just typed in Spyro 1 gym whatever blah blah blah. And it came up like the original Spyro, and it just looked so horrible. Like, I totally forgot a game I did play. Me and Brittany, we started playing Crash, the Insane Trilogy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we went through a couple of levels on that. That's super cool. It's super nice looking game.
Have you played that like new level they made for it?
No, I think we just played like the first couple levels. I've never played the game before. Other than like that little time you in Uncharted 4.
Uncharted, yeah. That was so sick, man.
Other than that, no, I haven't ever I never played it. So it was cool. Like it was a pretty nice platformer. But
did you play like all three of them, or just like you just played for a little bit and played the first one?
Yeah, we just played the first one for like an hour or so. So we'll probably kind of do like we did with Spyro and just kind of take our time with it and
play it. Yeah, I got Crash Team Racing on the Switch. That's pretty fun.
I heard that was like a pretty like nice kart racing game to compare to like Mario Kart and stuff.
Yeah, it's really good. It feels just like and it's really cool because you can, I think it has like an option where you can play like with the old controls.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So it makes it feel like an older game.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I think about that too. Like Dead Space would be such a great game to remake, but then I'm like, man, but would it ruin it? Because Visceral,
ruin the magic.
Yeah, like that. Because that's what I think about is like nostalgia is like when I thought about like Modern Warfare getting remade, I was like, cool, man, that's gonna be awesome. And I think what we want is like the feeling again of like being in that specific time where you're like, wow, I was a part of this. But like if you play Modern Warfare, 10 years,
I remember that first time like you came over to my house and like you showed me like Modern Warfare 4 or Modern Warfare. I was just like blown away how good it looked.
Yeah, and you're like, dude, it's crazy. But then like, yeah, like you play it now and you're like, cool, I played this 10 years ago, so it's not really.
I mean, I still want them to remake Modern Warfare 2.
Right? Yeah, like I'm totally fine with that. Like I would love that.
Those just
and see, that's the thing though too is like they should have like with Modern Warfare I know they upgraded it and stuff, and I get they put emphasis on like the guns and stuff, but like the I didn't like the kill streaks. Like the kill streaks are just.
In the new Modern Warfare?
Yeah, like in the new one. Because, I mean, obviously, the old one, you only had 3, so that was just, like,
well, Black Ops,
so boring.
Isn't Black Ops 4, isn't it like a score streak or something? Or is it kill streaks?
Black Ops.
I didn't play 4, so I don't know.
Okay.
But in Modern Warfare, you can change it. Like the new one, you can change it to score streak.
Oh,
there's like a perk that you get called Point Man, and so you can change it to score streak. So you can do that.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the campaign was good, but I don't know. It's not a bad game. Like I said, it's just all those like paying for all that shit online. That's just what gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
And they definitely implement that.
So with going back to like the topic, whatever. So obviously Resident Evil 3 comes out in April. What do you think they touch 4? Do you think?
I want them to. I think they will. I think they will.
That game has been like released on literally everything.
I think they'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see them do it, but
what are you buying?
What are you buying?
Because I mean,
it would be stupid not to.
Yeah, because I mean, if you played it recently, the controls. I mean, if you play Resident Evil 2 versus 4, like the controls are so much better in 2.
Yeah.
So if they remade 4 with those controls, obviously more, what am I trying to say? With better like controls and stuff, and it's easier to you can walk around and aim and all that good stuff. I think that could really make that game, even higher regarded than it is.
Can you run and shoot in the remake for 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can.
Well, you can walk and shoot.
Yeah. Walk.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, you can't run, but.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
But just bring those controls over to Resident Evil 4.
And they could easily change up like the way like the monster designs, because I mean Nemesis doesn't really look like you can obviously tell it's Nemesis, but like he doesn't look like what we're used to.
Yeah, he looks a little bit different.
Georgie, but Georgie, but yeah, I think they'd be dumb not to, and they could probably change up. They could. I mean, I don't know. Have you guys played the original Resident Evil 2 and like the new one?
So I never actually played Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I never played the original.
Okay, I was gonna ask if is like compared to each other, is it like the same storyline?
Yeah, I think it's pretty. I think
the story beats are the same.
I mean, there's a couple things they changed. Like I think in the original, I'm pretty sure you fought the alligator or crocodile that's in the sewers, but in this one you don't necessarily. He's like a secret. Isn't he like a secret boss or something like that? Well, I mean, you go through it in the story, but I want to say you actually fight it in the original Resident Evil 2, but I could be wrong about that. Okay. But yeah, I think Resident Evil 4 would be cool. Dead Space, obviously, that'd be a cool like remake or reimagining or something like that. Anything else you guys can think of that you would want?
The Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Kind of give them like the treatment for Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recently played I recently beat both of them on the 3DS. I mean, that was a couple years ago, I guess, but
yeah, I played Ages.
Yeah, those games
recently. No, those are great games.
Yeah, they should definitely. Yeah, just Nintendo, man, just get on it. Just bring us the games.
Start doing it.
At least put the freaking like GameCube and Wii store like on the Switch.
Yeah, that would be
Virtual Shop or whatever. Like or in the 64 and stuff. Like give like the. I want
it's there. Like, I mean, they have Doom 64. Doom 64 is coming to the to the thing. So like they obviously have the means to do it. I mean, they can make so much money. I mean, I'm sure there's like a lot of like coding that goes on in it. And
but I mean, this stuff was on the Wii and the Wii U, right? Like they say N64 games and all that stuff. So it's like, why not put it on Switch? So, but yeah, I think that's probably gonna wrap up the show. Appreciate everyone that's been listening. Episode 10, baby. Woo!
Yeah, we did it. We made it this far.
Now you gotta get a triple digits. Only 90 weeks away.
That would be, that's like
90.
That's like, how I don't know. That's like, what is that? Like 8 years or something like that? 8 or 9 years.
Yeah. Appreciate everyone that's been listening, downloading the show, and all that good stuff. If you ever have any questions or anything, you can send it to gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com. Send us any sort of questions or any sort of topics that you guys want us to talk about. I think Trey, you texted me yesterday or Friday.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, we were trying to like think of stuff to do because he was like, "Do you think of a topic yet?" And I was like, "Oh crap, no, I haven't." So yeah, any sort of questions you guys have, it doesn't even have to be gaming related. Just send it on over to us or.
Yeah, and thank you to like anyone who's been watching like the last 10 or just watching the last few.
I wonder if that person in Korea is watching.
I don't know.
I can only hope. I can only hope.
Yeah, Nick texted me. He's like, we have somebody in Korea watching or listening.
That's so awesome.
That's like our first like outside the United States.
First international.
Yeah, first international listening.
I wonder how they even like found it. That's so cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea.
That's so awesome.
So. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the show. Like I said, appreciate everyone been listening and all that good stuff, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Bye guys.
Bye y'all.